Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next Kiwanis Club of Roanoke's Lunch and Learn podcast. My name is Alex Brindell. I am a Kiwanian since 2015, and I will be your host for these podcasts. As you know, the purpose of these podcasts are to keep our fellow Kiwanians informed about the meetings and our lunch and learn sessions and all the happenings of the club if you were not able to make it to the meeting, and also for prospective members to see what the club is all about, to see the great work that we're doing and see how the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke really helps to impact the community and makes a difference there. So without further introduction, I'm going to go ahead and jump into our second podcast on our new Kiwanis Club of Roanoke YouTube channel. We hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for listening.
Today we'll hear from another city program administrator who has made a statewide reputation of leadership in his field, Mr. Skip Decker. Skip's been with the city for 16 years as the city's division manager for solid waste management. He was instrumental in introducing the dual system of recycling for the city in 2002, and now recently in October he introduced a new single stream recycling program which was rolled out just last fall. He's been successful in raising the city of Roanoke's recycling rate from a low of 7% to the current rate of 45% over the last 12 years. I'm so curious about this recycling process, this single stream recycling process. I'm going to go over to the plant where this is all done and see how they do it and write a piece of the Roanoke Times explaining to everybody how the heck they take all that mixed up stuff and recycle it successfully. But Skip's going to summarize it for us. Prior to working for the city of Roanoke and he served as recycling coordinator for West Milford Township in New Jersey. He received his certification in solid waste recycling and composting from Rutgers University. Prior to going into the solid waste industry, he had a career of over 20 years in the hardware and housewares industry. Skip's been a volunteer fireman for over 50 years with a volunteer agency in New Jersey for 35 years, and after moving to Virginia, volunteering at Smith Mountain Lake for their Marine Fire and Rescue Agency for the last 16 years. He and his wife Susan have 4 children and 7 grandchildren. Let's welcome Skip Decker.
Well, thank you, Dr. Cutler. Can everybody hear me okay? Or do I need to speak up? Okay, I'll use the mic. Okay, we're going to move around a little bit. The one thing that Dr. Cutler didn't mention, even though I'm from Jersey, I am a damn Yankee. So remember that. And another, I was talking to a couple of people here. With the city of Roanoke, we are the only department. We have a certified National Police Department. We have a certified National Fire Department. And we're very proud of them. Solid waste, we're the only department that can say our business always picks up. So, finally got that one, right? Okay, very good. We're going to talk about single stream recycling. We've come a long way. When I first came here, I couldn't believe that our recycling rate was only at a 7%. From Jersey, recycling is mandatory. I served on the Virginia Recycling Board of Directors of Virginia Recycling Association for 6 years, and we constantly tried to get the state to mandate recycling. But as we know, this is the Dillon Rule state, and the legislature has to pass that first. One of the fallacies is that recycling is supposed to make money. Recycling never makes money. Never. Okay? It's all done in cyclical. 1 month it's going to be up. Hardwood's going to be way up, $130 a ton. Next month it's going to be down to 0, and you get nothing for the cardboard. All right? So the fallacy is recycling is supposed to make money. It never makes money. Single stream recycling, how does it work? Those of you that live in the city, you have a light blue container, and a couple of you came to me and said, where the hell did you get, excuse me, the heck that colored blue container. It's a national color. It's a national color. We have the dark blue container that was selected back in 93, 94 by a group of citizens. When we look at what color to select, we looked at the national statistics. Dark blue, black, and gray are trash. The light blue, baby blue, or Hawaii blue is recycling. Green is for your brush. Brown is for wood waste. Bright red, bright yellow is for food composting. Right? Where the hell do all these colors come from? Everything starts in California and drives east. San Francisco has those colors, and it's all come national. Right? So, on single-stream recycling, all your newspapers, all your junk mail, all your magazines, right? Your junk mail that you just got in the last 6 weeks, you could probably put this high at no problem. Your shredded paper, that's also recyclable, right? All your aluminum, all your tin, all your plastic, right? Your water bottles, your pop bottles, your orange juice jugs, those wax jugs, those are recyclable. Okay? As I said, cardboard, cereal boxes, cake mix boxes, pasta boxes, that's chipboard, that's all recyclable. Now, if you've thought about what I've said, what are you throwing away? Food waste. But if you're smart, food waste goes into your compost pile. Okay? Now, compost pile is very simple to create. Right? Just make a net, a fence, or you take some pallets and build a square, right? Nail it together, everything goes in there. All your vegetable peelings, all your coffee grinds, all your eggshells, right? All goes in there. The only thing you cannot put in there is grease and meat. 6 months later, you put your, you start around with leaves and grass. 6 months later, you have compost, which you add to your soil, right? So, single stream recycling. What we've been told is people can now take their trash, their big blue trash container, save it for 1 to 3 weeks before they put it out, because they don't have any trash, right? Our current tonnage before single stream, when we were doing dual stream, was about 250 tons per month. Our projection was 500 tons. Our goal, we want to hit 700 tons per month. That's our goal. And we're doing that, you'll see in a minute, that October, when we kicked off the program, compared to, see if you can see this, it was 290 tons in October of 2014, and we kicked it off with 503 tons. And then in November 2009, we had 209 tons. We came in 410. And now for this Christmas, we hit 535 tons. All right? So we're on our way to that total of 700 tons. Now, I said earlier, recycling is never meant to make money.
I think your microphone's out.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think the battery is dead.
Battery's dead?
Anybody has any battery?
Okay, still hear me? Okay, all right, I'll try to talk a little bit louder. I mentioned that recycling, you'll take the microphone? Okay, I'll talk louder. I said recycling never makes money. We, as a city of Roanoke, are members of the Roanoke Valley Resource Authority. That's located over here on Hollins Road, between Orange Avenue and going into Tazewell. Roanoke County is a member. The town of Vinton is a member. As members, we pay $49 a ton to take our trash to Hollins Road. All right? Now that can fluctuate. Next year it could go to $50. We have a 10-year contract with our vendor, Recycling Disposal Solutions. They're located here in the city on Court Street. Dr. Cutler said he's going to go there next week. I'm going to make arrangements for him to go and see the facility. They're located on Court Street in the Norwich section. The 10-year contract is $34 a ton for 10 years. Compared to $49 a ton for the Roanoke Valley Resource Authority. We are a member. The difference is $15. I take that $15, it goes in my pocket. That's our savings. All right, so do the math. Okay, do the math based on the 269 tons last year to $535 tons. That's a substantial increase. And that's the savings that the city has found through single stream recycling. My father used to tell me, many hands make light work. So if we can get more people on board to recycle, when I say more people, Roanoke County, the town of Vinton, City of Salem, come on board, we could take that $34 and renegotiate and bring it down. Because volume, all right? So I'm not trying to get on my soapbox here, I'm just trying to plant some seeds. Come on, there you go, right? On the single stream recycling program, we went back to the 2008 schedule where we were picking up A week and B week. All right, if you remember that we were picking up paper one week, bottles and cans the next. So now with your 96-gallon containers, you go to our city website, roanokeva.gov, click on single stream recycling, and on the bottom right-hand side of the page, you put in your address. It'll tell you either A week or B week. On your table today, we gave you a calendar, and it tells you A week or B week. Once you have that, you can take your magnet that we gave you on your table, write in your day. Okay? So you'll know that if you're in Southeast, you're going to be picked up on Wednesday. Southwest, you're picked up on Thursdays. All right? And it's A week or B week. And it tells you that on your calendar. Now, with those changes, we also increased our service. Because if you recall, we were picking up brush one week, bottles and cans the next. With the introduction of single stream recycling, we immediately saved $130,000. How the heck did you save $130,000? Right? Well, yes, we went from a three-man crew to a one-man crew. That gentleman's correct. We automated, we call them bandits, side loaders. They pick up the cans and dump it. Before, it was manual, all right, with 3 people. And I was using anywhere from 12 to 16 temporary workers a day. So with that savings of 3-man crew to 1-man crew, we took $130,000 off our budget. We were able to go to picking up your brush every week. Now, brush piles have to be 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot. Now, are we going to go out there, we're going to measure it? No, we're not going to do that. But when I tell you, when we were picking up piles that were 1 foot by 1 foot, and the driver's driving down, he's got the 2 guys in the back, and you're going through down here in Wasena, where the cars are parked on both sides, and he's trying not to, you know, everybody's got to breathe in, drive down the street, and he's trying to watch for the brush piles, and these piles are like this, 1 foot by 1 foot or 1 foot by 2 foot, and then we get a phone call, well, you missed my brush pile. So the supervisor goes out to him, well, where is it? Well, it's right there, behind the car. Can't you see it? It's that big. That's 3-man crew. Okay? So we went to a 4 foot by 4 foot, 4 foot pile. That's the small pile. The large pile is 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot. Okay? We're picking that up every week with a clamshell. One person goes out there, picks it up, puts it in the truck. $35 a ton for your brush. Your brush. Because at the beginning of every month, you go back to the Roanoke Valley Resource Authority and pick up your mulch. your mulch that you put on your garden, okay? For landscaping. That's every week we pick up your brush. Bulk, it was every 2 weeks. We were picking up 6 pieces, right? Could be 6 couches, 6 mattresses, 6 chairs. Now it's 3 items every week. But no longer picking up bag trash. Bag trash is that 13-gallon kitchen bag that you wasn't able to put into your big blue because it was overflowing. I can guarantee you, you could have 12 people in your family, I will guarantee you that 1 trash can will suffice. And I've proven it time and time and time again. I go out there and I do a waste audit at your house. And people just say, oh my God, I didn't know you could recycle all this stuff. People are telling us they're not putting your trash out, the big blue, maybe once every 3 weeks, because there's nothing in it, because they're recycling with us. So no more bag trash as a bulk item. It's simply the mattress, the couch, the refrigerator, the washer, the dryer, right? If you do put out a rug, we ask you to please cut it. Because you put out a 10-foot, 12-foot square rug, and it rains, we got to lift that up. So if you cut it in sections, we can lift it and get it into the truck. Okay? Sir?
What about paper bags with leaves?
Paper bags with leaves are picked up on leaf season. Okay? We had our leaf season. We'll have another week of leaf collection beginning March 6th.
The leaves still have to be bagged.
Leaves have to be bagged in paper bags. All right? But that'll be for March 6th only. Okay? Can you hear me now? Okay. All right, I'm watching my time here because I've been... Now, how were we able to do this? You know, it took us 2 years to prepare for single-stream recycling. And during that 2 years, we sent out some applications for some grants. We were able to get a grant from a company called Recycling Partnership, right? Different organizations, Reynolds Aluminum, those of you that do canning, Ball, Coca-Cola, our local bottler right here. He helped us, they helped us. We got a grant of $179,000. If you saw some of the ads that ran on our social media page, the 90s called, they wanted their bins back. That was the theme. We're going to be wrapping some trucks all through the grant. One of the big things that we're going to be pushing through social media, which we were doing this week, was the collection of your old green recycling bins. All right? We're picking them up this week. If you want to hold on to them, fine. Use them for kids' toys or laundry baskets, fine. That's not a problem. All right? But we're picking up the old carts now. But we're doing all this media push, WFIR, the newspapers. We also did a segment on RBTV. WDBJ has been a big help to us all through a media campaign that has been $179,000 in grant money. We're going to be wrapping some trucks, as I said, and we're also going to be looking at doing some posters. Okay, I'm running out of time, but I wanted to answer some questions real quick. And I had 2 questions submitted to me already. What items should Roanoke citizens not put in their bright blue recycling container? No food waste, no styrofoam. What happened to styrofoam is the market dried up. The marketer that the vendor, Recycling Disposal Solutions, was taking it to a plant up in Northern Virginia. That company went out of business. There's no market in this region for styrofoam. So it costs money because there's no weight to it. So that's why I eliminated styrofoam, right? Aluminum foil, aluminum pans. We cannot accept that. Your Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, high-density bags. Okay, we cannot accept them. Why? Well, what happens is because high density, it tears very easily, and as Dr. Cutler will see when he goes over to the plant, those little pieces of plastic gets into the sensor, and it stops production. All right? There's only 2 people on the sort line. The rest is all done automatically, right? And do we need to remove the labels from the cans? No. You do not have to remove the labels, but it's nice if you could rinse out, you know, your, when I make tomato sauce, I use can of tomato sauce, can of paste, and puree. So the paste can, the little small one, if you can wash that out, that would be great, all right? Questions? Yes, sir.
What sort of compliance percentage do places like San Francisco get?
They're getting up to a 70% participation rate. All right, we're going to get there. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, it took 2 weeks. But we're going to get there, right? Doctor? Yeah. Doctor?
I have a comment, and I would like to invite everyone who has any old electronic scrap at home or anywhere to bring it to Grand Home Furnishings Saturday. We're picking that up, recycling that. If you have anything like a computer or printer with data, we're going to destroy the data and then shred the data. So your data is safe, and we'll pick up all your electronics. Anything that is operated by a battery or a power cord, we'll take. The one thing we're not accepting or don't want to, but we will, but is the old cube type TV. So that's Grand Home Furnishings out at Valley View Mall, 8 o'clock until 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Skip, for being with us today. He has agreed to stay with us for a few minutes after the meeting if you have questions that you'd like to address to him.
Yes, sir.
Skip, every year the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke does an annual Jefferson Street cleanup. And in keeping with the spirit of your program today, this year we found a pin. Interestingly enough, as Kiwanis Club of Roanoke, we're going to recycle it. We did put a new ink cartridge in it. It should be working pretty well. We want to thank you for being with us today and for the presentation. Next week proves to be a busy meeting for us. We've got the folks from South Korea visiting. We've got a key club with us, and I think we're going to start at 12:15. So, John, if you and Gene can get the word out to everybody, start time is 12:15 next Wednesday. Our speaker next week will be Virginia Transformer CEO Probat Jane International Trade, introduced by Dr. Cutler. If everyone will please stand for the benediction, we'll get out of here on time. Having passed our regular order of business, we are now prepared to leave this time of friendship and fellowship to re-enter our everyday world. Before we depart, let's try to remember 3 things. First, to extend to every person we encounter the same kindness that we as Kiwanians share with each other. Second, let's be ever vigilant for ways to better serve the elderly, the downtrodden, and the young people of our community. And finally, let's take every opportunity, and I don't have a sign with me today, to share the day with all of those with whom we sympathize and deem worthy of our regard. If we turn these ideals into actions, we will truly begin building a better tomorrow. Live life, laugh loudly, recruit members, and rest up for KPAD. It's all the way. This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke is now adjourned for the next 167 hours, and will reconvene next Wednesday.